Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your October the 27th, just for today, in a meditation. Hope you're doing well this morning. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. The title of that meditation is Living in the Present. We want to look our past in the face, see it for what it really was, and release it so we can live today. Now, that comes from the basic text, page 29. For many of us, the past is like a bad dream. Our lives aren't the same anymore, but we still have fleeting, highly charged emotional memories of a really uncomfortable past. The guilt, fear, and anger that once dominated us may spill into our new life, complicating our efforts to change and grow. The 12 steps are the formula that helps us learn to put the past in its place. Through the fourth and fifth steps, we become aware that our old behavior didn't work. We ask a higher power to relieve us of our shortcomings in the sixth and seventh steps, and we begin to be relieved of the guilt and fear that plagued us for so many years. In the eighth and ninth steps, by making amends, we demonstrate to others that our lives are changing. We are no longer controlled by the past. Once the past loses its control over us, we are free to find new ways to live, ways that reflect who we truly are. Just for today, I don't have to be controlled by my past. I will live this new day as the new person I am becoming. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you, God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. An interesting thought occurred to me as I was reading this. The other day, we were going over October 25th's meditation, and it talked about principles before personalities. And I indicated to you that I thought that's one that you should mark and save, is an explanation or a definition of principles before personalities, and have it in your index somewhere where to go to it when you want to have that discussion about principles before personalities. I think this meditation is one that I would recommend for people that want to have like a blueprint of what steps 4 through 12 are about. I know it only goes up to 9, but it is interesting the way that it explains the steps so briefly but concisely, the benefits that we need for these steps, right? So through the fourth and fifth steps, we become aware that our old behavior didn't work. So when I'm wondering what was the purpose of fourth and fifth, it says it right here, to help me become aware that the things that I used to do didn't work and they're not going to work now. I love this because it breaks it down in a very concise, simple way. And I was thinking to myself, so when I am in the eighth and ninth step, making amends, it demonstrates to others that my life has changed, right? That I'm no longer controlled by the past. All right. And I was thinking, how many times did I actually use and say to myself, I'm using because of my past? There weren't any times that I said that. And this is where it becomes tricky for the still using addict, or the addict that is complacent and considering relapsing, right? Because I didn't at least tell myself, oh, I'm using because of my past. I'm getting high because of my past. I never said that. But it was evident. It was evident that I was trying to create a different reality than the actual reality that I had, because I was constantly using, and there was a feel-good feeling that came with the using that I didn't have when I wasn't using. And when I wasn't using, my mind would often go to all of the things that I owed amends for, that I was ashamed or felt guilty about. And I didn't like being in that space. And so I felt that using would help me function better in the world, because I would not have so many racing thoughts about the past. But here's the thing that happens, guys, right? Is that once our body begins to get used to that substance, it's hard as the dickens to let it go. That's where the addiction element comes in. Now I can't exist without my drug of choice, right? So yeah, I never picked up thinking, oh, I don't want to focus on my past. Let me just get high. No, I was focused on the fact that I didn't like the way that I was feeling. And oftentimes the way that I was feeling definitely was related to racing thoughts and me thinking about all of the things I needed to do, all of the things I needed to correct. Don't get caught in the trap of saying, that's not me. I never did that. Maybe you didn't do it in those exact words here in this meditation, but the proof is in the pudding that you continue to use. And that finally, when you stopped, you realized that those old bugaboos came back up, and you had a way this time to be able to successfully deal with them through the 12 steps and the spiritual principles. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. Have a beautiful day on purpose.